Drugs. Are we doing enough to help prevent drug use within our high school? This has been a very known problem in our school, so we reached out to the community to get insight on what they thought about the drug use and to see how we can work together to help prevent it. We gave out a survey to students to see what they thought about the drugs at school. According to this survey, 76% of students wanted a program to educate them about the drugs and effects it can have on you. As you can see here, a large majority of students want to have a meeting to discuss ways to remove drugs from the school. Almost 65% of students are uncomfortable using the bathroom while others are using drugs. As you can see on this last slide, it seems like the data isn't leaning towards one side. However, I think teachers should have additional training on drug prevention. We ended up interviewing two people, which is Officer Williams and the nurse, to see what were their opinions on the drug usage at the school.
I would like to see more intervention from peers at the beginning stages, because that is when I think we could be the most effective. Mental health, I think, is so important. Focusing on students' mental health would go a long way in preventing drug use. If we can focus on having more access or greater access to mental health and well-being, I would hope that would reduce the amount of drug use that takes place in an environment like this.
Do you think it affects the student's education?
Oh, it absolutely does. If you come to school and you're high on drugs, are you really learning? Are you really being able to take in information and process while you're feeling high?
Do you think it would be a good idea for us to have a club for addicted teens?
I think that's a tough one, because I think that's a really sensitive subject that I don't necessarily think that people would be comfortable being publicly part of something like that, but maybe some sort of group with anonymous nature that might be a little bit better as a resource for people that need help.
Okay.
This policy in the student handbook talks about how the vape and tobacco products are prohibited in school, athletic events, and school buses. Here's some more background research. Coming from a YouTube video titled Teen Substance Use and Abuse, they talk about what types of drugs teen would use in school, like vapes, tobacco, alcohol, and etc. My question is to you guys is, will you help us reduce drug use at EHS by creating a partnership with CHA for a Success program? This program will most likely help kids with drug addiction and is good for the community. So we met up with the mayor at his office and we asked him a couple of questions referring to the drug use at the schools. And this is what he had to say.
Why you get a shot?
I'm trying to shoot everything.
Continue educating kids on the negative effects of drugs, right? I think we just tell kids to, focus on like staying healthy, doing more activities, more clubs. I think bringing in people like myself maybe into the schools, start doing some lectures in the schools. I don't know, would that work? Would like the mayor coming into assembly and talking to the kids, would that be received well? I've been thinking about it.
Probably.
Yeah? Drug use, I think just doing more conversations, just talking about the negative impacts of it, the negative effects, I think you all want to do good in life, right? You all want to be somebody, right? Either a doctor, or a lawyer, an accountant, a teacher, or a mayor, or a police officer, whatever you all, a nurse, whatever you want, you all want to be something, right? Well, using drugs is not going to get you there. Will you help us reduce the drug use at EHS by creating a partnership with CHA, for a success program? Of course I would, especially if you all want to work with me to do something. I'd like to get some, students involved in making sure that everyone in Everett feels welcome, right? I think some